What's going on, everybody? So I have this electric tiller cultivator here. It's 12-inch, 10.5 amp, and it is corded. I got this because I do a lot of landscaping stuff around our farm here, and we have about 4 acres. I'm doing stuff. I like to use the tiller to break up dirt for a lot of different reasons, especially like if I'm going to do like a concrete mow strip and things like that. Something we're going to be doing for our nursery, which is way up there, is I need to make a bin out of cinder blocks that'll hold all our potting mix that we make, and also when we use like our wood chipper to throw the wood chips into something, and then when I go in with the John Deere loader, I can go in, I have something to push up against to be able to pull the potting mix out. So I got this because I'm going to need to dig down, and instead of having to do it with a shovel, this will help a lot, and then I can actually use my front end loader on the John Deere to pull and drag all the dirt out for me to be able to put the concrete in. So this is definitely going to be handy. You can see it weighs about 25 pounds, so it's not terrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this open and see what we got. Now we have it open. You can see here's the color of it. It's in kind of a nice blue color. My old one I have that's not the same brand, but it is right there, and the trigger's in a terrible spot. It takes 2 hands to start it and wants to shut off. So I'm hoping this one is better, because it looked like the button was going to be in a better spot, which hopefully it is. Yeah, I should be able to do this one with one hand. Push that down, that's the release, and then squeeze the trigger here. The other one, it's kind of hard to explain, but the button was like way up over here to release, and then the trigger is here, so it literally took 2 hands to do it. This is what the parts look like. It all came with it, and there's a few pieces. Doesn't look like very many pieces really, so that's always nice to not have to put too much together. So these little deals it comes with is actually pretty interesting. Not sure if I've seen this. Most things that have 2 holes would require 2 bolts, but this actually works by putting that in right there and matching up the second one, slides through. You can see I already got that on there. Attempt to do this with one hand here and get that spun on there, and then get it nice and tight. I'll be able to do the same thing with the top for the actual handles here. We have a clip for the wire. It'll just go over like this. Position it kind of where you think's best. It should snap on there if I can get that wire straight with one hand, like that. Well, maybe. There we go. All right, we're all done. That took me about 10 minutes to put it together, and that's also with holding the phone and going through and video and everything. It has a nice little lock here for the wheels. You can pull this pin here, and that'll allow the wheels to drop down, which you can see supports it like that. Or you can pull the pin and have the wheels folded up, which is mostly how I'll use it for my purpose. And then nice little handle here. You can see the handlebars. This is where you'll plug it in. All right, so since I ain't got electricity up here in this area, brought out the little generator. It's heavy, but it's movable. Obviously that's not needed if you're somewhere where you can reach a cord, but the closest cord to me is about 300 foot, or the closest outlet to me right now is 300 foot. So it's just a little better to go ahead and use this generator. Here is the sweet little teal colored tiller. So probably right here you can see where there's not really a pile there now, but you can see where he's having it. He's always getting down in the mud and everything like that. So what I'm wanting to do, and I'll probably make a separate video on that because it's kind of not really related of me building that, but what I'm gonna do is till down here square, basically about the size I want for the storage, the soil storage to be. So then I can have some concrete down in the ground, and then I'll go through with a cinder block wall to kind of have something to push against and hold all the soil in place. So I'm gonna get this cord hooked up and plug into it. I just spent about 15 minutes on that. Had not a single problem with this cultivator. Very powerful and pretty strong, not very wiggly and stuff like some of the other ones I've had, so I'm pretty impressed with it so far. You see I got this spot, and I don't know, it's about 8 foot by 7 foot or something like that. Let me zoom out a little bit. So I got it tilled down quite a bit here, and I may have to go a little deeper. What I'm going to go do now, instead of trying to shovel all this out by hand, which you could definitely do, I'm going to go get a little John Deere 430, take the bucket, I'm going to pull this dirt out and make it a 2-minute job here, and then see what we got. All right, so I got all the dirt pulled out in about 60 seconds here. So I do want to go a little bit deeper. Again, I'm putting concrete. I'm sure it's going to crack. This isn't anything that's going to be aesthetically pleasing, but this video is about the tiller. I do definitely recommend this. See, grass gets caught in these, which is about the will in every tiller. You just don't want to let too much build up in there, especially like clay, because there's quite a bit of clay down in there, and this will make the motor have to work harder, and they can get hot. Just from future experience, I mean, the tines are still pretty hot just from doing that, but I still do want to go down a little bit lower, really. But I wanted to show in this video what this dude's capable of. Definitely makes, because this machine isn't really made for digging. I mean, it can a little bit, but when I go through and till up dirt, it definitely makes things much easier in this case. I will put a link to this tiller in the description of this video and in the comments if you want to get one. Not very expensive. It was like right about $100. $100 well spent. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.